love it. I still love it. The bitch mosh. Okay, before we press new game, because that's what we're gonna do. Disclaimers, you know, heavy content in this playthrough today. We are getting into all of the horror elements, so be mentally prepared for mentions of self-exit, self-harm, abuse, all of those terrible things. Yeah, just be prepared. If you can't handle it, that's okay. Catch me on my next stream. I'll be doing some cozy games next time. It's fine. I appreciate you anyways. Oh yeah, I'm not sure. Wait, before we start this, I want to see. I did add. Yes, I added some new things in my, what is it, my panel, my component, whatever that thing is. I don't have any sound alerts on there yet, but feel free to, you know, bonk me, give me some hearts, all those things. I made them all free because it's a new thing I'm doing anyways, and I can't collect bits or points or whatever. I'm not affiliate. We're just having fun. So yeah, without further ado, we had our disclaimers. We got all our new doodads. Just ignore my load savings here from my mistake playthrough. It's okay. It's okay. We're gonna do new game. Just shh. Those don't exist. Just pretend like they don't exist for me. It'll make me feel better. Alright. It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples of friend groups walking to school. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. Poor baby. He has no life now that Sayori is vanished. Has vanished from existence. My poor girl. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something. But I have no intention, no motivation to join clubs. I'm perfectly content getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. This boy has got priorities. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. God. Anime club at my high school? I want to say it was like 80% girls. Most of them wore like tails and stuff though, so if that's your thing, that's where you find them. Just so you know. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall looking for an ounce of motivation for clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the enemy. Basilios? Hi! Hi! Hey, Monica. Hey! Hey, girl! What was that about? That was cool. It's a cool thing you're doing now. My goodness. I totally didn't expect to see you here. You didn't expect to see me in my classroom? Where else would I be? It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has been. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked. But we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Full package. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little wrong, you know? I'm a loser. What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? No. Once again, I still don't get this concept of stealing from other classrooms. That wasn't a thing where I'm from. Was that a thing anywhere else? Is this just a Doki Doki World thing? Please tell me. I don't know. I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics in the major clubs. Feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. A literature club. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Hey, at least she knows it. Hey, chapstick. Yeah, I got chapstick. Little pencil cup here. Still dry. Really, you know? Fires are still going. We ain't got any rain yet. But it's getting better. Day by day, she's getting better. Cat is staring at me like, who the heck are you talking to? Who are you talking to? I'm talking to the world, baby. Yeah, I know, I'm being loud. It's okay. It's okay. You just enjoy your nap. I'm sorry. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that, but it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. It is. 100%. It is. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? I keep checking my laptop screen to make sure you guys can actually see this. I'm so paranoid right now about it. Oh. I don't want to waste another 3 hours. I felt like I wasted so much time last time. No one could even see it. Did Monica say? She? She? Hey, Vasilios. By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. My cat had to look away from me because she thinks I'm being a weirdo talking to nobody. Aw, awesome! I think you'd be used to it by now. You're really sweet, Vasilios, you know that? I know. I'm just cool like that. It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Of course I am. I'm the most important person in this world. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I really had no choice. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! Okay. And I brought a guest with me. Alright, the horror is starting. It's starting. A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Vasilios. All words escape from this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh my god. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. She's way too good for me. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, This is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Aw, I love that Yuri's the vice president now. She really stepped up when, that other club member sort of vanished. Where did she go, I wonder? It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Vasilios in a classroom and he decided to come check out the clubs. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to... well, you know... Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Aw, Natsuki's so disappointed. She didn't get to make cupcakes for us. It's alright, girl. Next time. Just bring them tomorrow. Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Vasilios? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. So suspicious, I feel like nothing weird has happened in too long in the dialogue. I'm waiting. The music hasn't even gone wonky yet. I'm surprised. There aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. So true. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. I'm trying to remember how we advertised clubs at my high school. I remember there being an assembly or something and me going up on stage and having 5 seconds to say something because I had a really big school. This sounds so much easier, doing a festival. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Wowsy wow. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Of course it does. I have my tea right next to me. It's so warm. Like my freaking apartment. Someday my heat will be fixed. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know? I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Holding my tea is actually burning my hands. It's still really hot. I should not do that. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Vasilios, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Massie's head suddenly perks up. Looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. I know, Yuri's our girl. I'm sorry, Yuri, we don't like reading. I also haven't read many, actual books that much recently. Mostly just manga. Which, sometimes I think is a problem because I consider myself a writer. But manga's fun. Manga's too fun. Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build a deep and complex fantasy world. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror recently. That's not gonna come to play later. I read I read a horror book once. Yeah, once or twice. I also like horror, obviously. And then Stephen King is great, but nowhere close to the most horrific short story I've read. I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Hey, at least he knows he's a wall of a man. I've been saying this entire time. He is a wall of a man. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you? What? Who gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Aw, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing for oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your true vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Of course she does. Look at her. She's the picture of a writer. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri, huh? We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? They look interested? Quizzically. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. She's so much more outgoing now that she's the vice president. I love it for her. This was like all the push she needed. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Basilios? Hold on. There's no one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. Yeah, right. Look at the cute girls. You made your decisions the second you saw them. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All three girls stared at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Vasilios. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find 1 more before the festival, I am defenseless to these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? And look at them, they're too freaking adorable. We have to join the club. It's the only choice there is. I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? You really mean that, Vasilios? Yeah. Could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Vasilios, I'm so happy. We can become official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Vasilios, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. I feel like this round, Monica is really, she's really pining for us. I mean, she was kind of pining for us in the past playthroughs, but, this one, she's given 100% effort to get us. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? Oh, she'll love it so long as it's written with your pen, bro. Don't worry. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Ooh! Yes, I would like to read the special poem. Oh, that's new. That's definitely a new one. Can you hear me? No. Technically, I can't hear any of you. I just read the words. Oh my god, I can hear you! I can hear you now! That was a creepy giggle. I was not expecting a creepy giggle. I don't think they had that in the original game. Because this is Plus. This is the Plus version. I don't think they had that in the original Doki Doki. Okay. Okay. Alright, since we're going for full playthrough, I think it's easiest to do Natsuki first. So, she's definitely Doki Doki. Definitely Papa. Parfait. Yes, she's everything food related. And giggly. It's so much easier now that Sayori isn't a choice, actually. I feel like I'm always mixed up the ones that were for her, for Sayori. Honestly, I feel like Kiss could have either of them. music. Cute, silly, handy, of course. Clumsy. Ooh, these are getting harder. Frightening, together, treasure, analysis, misery, essence, reticent, rose? Maybe rose? No. Aww. I feel like I was so close to getting 20 out of 20 this time. Milk, flower. I feel like it does that to you on purpose. Once you get like too many in a row, it tries to mess you up. Lucky. I honestly didn't know it was feather. And heart. Oh, I only missed one! That's kind of annoying. Hi again, Vasilios. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. I thought about it after that giggle, but I'm here. I'm still here. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is hanging out, blah, blah, blah. Hi, Yuri, what was that about? You don't like seeing my face? Thanks for keeping your promise, Vasilios. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it? Oh, their appearances. Appearances are, something. They sure are something now. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, I can't see what the words are, Monica. Can you get behind that? Can you do that for me? Oh, it's because she's insulting her. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga section in the club room. Monica? Oh, did you guys hear that? You hear that? It's the wonky music again. The off note, off tune, whatever you call it. I'm not a music person. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Vasilios. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance. Anyway. Now that you're in the club and all. Oh yes, it's finally not burning me. Dang, I haven't had breakfast green tea in, like, forever. Now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Oh, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. Thanks, girl. We love you. Blah, blah, blah. Discuss it if you wanted. This is how is this girl being so accidentally cute? She's so freaking adorable. I know, you're a girl. I love you. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in... Ooh, that's sirens? I keep hearing sirens still. I'm not too close to the LA fires, but I'm decently close, and I think I'm pretty close to a fire station too. So if you guys might just hear sirens coming out of my window every so often. It's not even open, they're just that loud, and I'm that close to the road. Yes, now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to get off the schedule, blah blah blah, but that doesn't seem to be the case. No, we get to have our one-on-one talk with the ladies first. Gary's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for a chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in her closet. Ah! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Fucking Monica! I love the dialogue in this playthrough. She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga? Manga? Ooh la la, manga? You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't really admit you're into it until you figure out where the other person stands. That is such a high school student thought. I definitely thought that way in high school. Now I chat about it with my friends and coworkers all the time. We were literally talking about manga at my work, like... No, it wasn't yesterday. It was really a few days ago. But yeah, we were talking about manga and anime we like. You'd be surprised. It's mainstream these days. Pretty dang mainstream. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of a manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is! Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns a box of manga and slips the volume right in the middle of the rest. Much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I don't think I ever had a complete set of manga in my place. I mostly read online. I get a closer look at the box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic, or simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging. Dude, you were totally judging. You were just thinking it might be terrible. That's like the definition of judging a book by its cover. Come on. My tea is the perfect temperature right now. It's so good! I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Basilios. Consider this a lesson. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. Was she this, like, forceful in the last one? I can't remember. I can't remember if she was in the last playthrough or not. This kind of feels like... I mean, she's definitely the rough and tough character, but this seems like a bit much even for her. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't you see that? You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space, while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to be reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read from the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but it's not like anything's really happening yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair, you know? I kind of grew out of these since it's rare for writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not! Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so, I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. Blah, blah, blah. We did this all last time. She's self-conscious about not having friends, essentially. What do you mean? Don't share manga with your friends, blah, blah, blah. Geez, sorry. Yeah, they make fun of her for it. Oh wait, she just said she wanted to punch them in the face. Thought maybe I shouldn't skip these things. Makes me want to punch them. Yeah, it makes me want to punch them in the face. Okay, I won't skip. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate towards other losers over time. Yeah, he knows he's a loser. Such a loser without Sayori. She was like totally his only friend. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which parts? The part about you being a loser. Pretty accurate. I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my room. My dad would beat the shit out of me if he found this. God, girl. Did warn you all, this one has some heavy content in it. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Yeah, that's the big problem in your life, honey. That's it, not your dad. I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So. Haha. Geez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Oh? I don't think the screen went dark here before. What's happening? Time passes? Natsuki is strangely quiet now. I glance over at her. It looks like she started to fall asleep. I don't think she fell asleep before. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey! Ah! Is she dying? Is she dying already? This feels too early. I know her arc is weird, but I don't think she dies yet, right? I can't even look at the history to see if I can see what this says. Oh, geez. Wait, no, I wanna... Oh, it is literally just gibberish. Just gibberish. Okay. Oh, geez. And then Monica pulls us out of that situation. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches into her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the whole wrapper. I told you I'm not... She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it into her mouth. Don't worry, Vasilios. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a snack in my bag for her. Anyway, why don't we all share poems now? Yeah, the last time Natsuki was the one giving out food. This time she's the one starving. And I think she's literally starving, too. I just want to finish my tea real quick before I read everybody's poems. I want to do a dramatic reading of them. Alrighty, tea finished. I should have breakfast blood more often. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. This dialogue is exactly the same, I think. Yeah, this is just her being all snarky with us, being like, you should have written something bad, so I can make fun of it and show you mine. Blah, blah, blah. I want your poem. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that, and you don't have to go around announcing it to the world like you're self-important. Yeah, she likes the poem. Because we wrote it for her. We literally wrote it for her. She must really hate me. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if you don't. Let's see. Alright, it's the same as the last one, but I'm still gonna read it. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I love her poem, it's so cute. I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it! I do like her poems. They're easy to understand. I don't like poems that are difficult. Like, I'm lucky if I get, like, I don't know, 20% of Yuri's poems in this. Just be honest, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But it's the point of poems for people to express themselves. Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. I kinda hate that I have the same life in writing as her, like... I like her character the least, but I think we also, funny enough, have the most in common. Like, I am also very short. And I guess I was kind of self-conscious about it in high school. I'm more content with it now. I'm always going to be mistaken for younger age because of it, so... I'm gonna milk that for as long as I can. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simply writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up a rhyme at the end, but that made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you do, I guess, more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Oh, Yuri next, because why not? Blah, blah, blah. Sorry, I forgot to start speaking. Don't force yourself. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, she didn't really like the poem. It's the same as the past playthroughs, so I'm just gonna skip through it briefly. She's giving us advice to make it more like hers. Yada, yada, yada. Show me your poem. Advice? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about other people like that. Sorry. Yeah, she was starting to bring Natsuki into it because we wrote like Natsuki. We were going for her. It makes sense. Blah, blah, blah. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh, right. I forget she uses kind of cursive writing. I suck at that. I suck at cursive. I never learned it in school. My school sucked. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlights have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. She's so self-conscious. I still feel like I get self-conscious when people are reading my writing. I hate being in the same room when they're doing it. I'd rather just, like, send them it from a much further distance away. I had one of my, well, not a friend anymore, but used to be a friend, like, sit down with me with my writing, and that was, like, the worst thing ever. I never, ever want to do that again, and she just, like, read through it and, like, commented on my grammar throughout it. I was like, I'm not even editing for grammar right now. Just tell me if the content is good, please. I wasn't thinking that at all. Blah, blah, blah. But it took you so long to read. I was doing a dramatic reading. Don't judge me. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. It is pretty. I wish I had better handwriting. Mine is chicken scratch. That's a relief. Also, I liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. It was short, usually writing longer, blah blah blah, not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I don't think there's any, like, horror part of this part, is there? Are you into ghosts? Uh-huh. Actually, this story isn't about a ghost at all, Vasilios. Totally went over his head what this is about. Must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem was only being symbolically compared to the ghost, lingering in her last remaining comfort, unable to let go of the past. And so, to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. Yeah. Just remember that we won't be long before we do things. Yeah, you might be right. I want to get to Monica's poem! I bet hers is going to be freaky. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem to next? I wonder. Hi, Vasilios! Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Monica is always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. Come on. I'm a self-conscious person, Monica. Let's just go with the flow. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Vasilios. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Vasilios. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. Ha. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep a snack on you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. Ha. Natsuki's dad doesn't give her lunch money or leave her any food in the house, so she's in a fussy mood pretty often. Monica, I don't think you have any business telling me Natsuki's life shit. Like, shut up. but sometimes she just loses all her strength and shuts down. Monica is such a bitch in this playthrough. Like earlier, this is just a guess, but I think she's so small because her malnutrition is interfering with her adolescent growth. What a bitch, Monica! What a bitch! Come on. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look on the bright side. Right, like that wasn't a dig. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yeah, I guess, girl. I guess I'll read it. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my eyes burned, can no longer see color. I want to restart this. I feel like I lost my dramaticness. And this is definitely different from the previous time, I think. Hole in wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? I think that's freaky, Monica. I think you're freaky. It's a very free form, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Yeah, I wonder what that epiphany is. What could it be? An epiphany? I wonder. Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that. It's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Oh, dang, I just realized the colors are a little wonky on this. Give me a second. I can fix that easy enough. I've been having that issue recently. Let's see. I think it's this. What the heck? No. Maybe I should just open it. Give me a second. I'm fixing it. Got this. We got this. Wait a second. Ah, this is taking me longer than I thought it would. Okay. we go. Now that's looking right. Okay. Sorry about that, everyone. I completely forgot that that was on there like that. Yeah, I have a filter for one of my other games because the color is like really wonky on it, so that's kind of why it was like that. It wasn't too different, at least. It was a little off. Sorry I didn't notice that sooner, everyone. Okay, blah blah blah. Monica was giving us her tip. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big, dark puddle of ink. That's so true. That's so true, Monica. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew, I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. Oh my gosh, the fight. I can't wait to see the fight in the horror part because it's, you know, it was pretty bad the first time around, but I bet it's going to be like leveled up so much in this. Okay, I glance around the room and hear the music. It went wonky again, so you know something's up here. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Aw, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something to say? Something nice to say? Thanks. But it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I were looking for suggestions, I would have asked somebody who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Vasilios did too. So based on that, I'll give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring. What a subtle dig. Which I haven't yet. And Vasilios liked my poem too, you know? He told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You were just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Vasilios appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? How do you know he didn't appreciate my advice? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ugh. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Vasilios started showing up. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that? You really... It's starting. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you wanted to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa. Be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh my god. I knew this would be so much more intense. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let Vasilios hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly, Yuri looks towards me as if she just noticed I was standing here. Vasilios. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. Oh, frick. I think we're choosing, I guess. We're choosing. We can't choose. We can't choose either of them. They're not real options. Cool. Hi, ladies. You're getting a little close, don't you think? And then there was Monica. Just Monica. Hi, Monica. What's going on? Hey, Vasilios? Why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? Yeah, I think that's best. Let's let them kill each other. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to get a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Of course you would, Monica. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she looks so freaking sad. Oh, no, don't run away. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Yeah, does this happen a lot? I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it! I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Vasilios. Please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Vasilios. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble, but I really approve. Okay, bye! Bye! See you tomorrow! Okay! Take two! Yeah. Kiss. Flying feels like Natsuki. Comfort. Family. Jumpy. Love. Sunsets. Swimsuits. Pink. Playground. This is where I skipped up last time, so let's see if we can make it. Color. Silly. All top. Milk. Oh, we're so close. We're so close to getting the 20 out of 20. Flower. Kitty! Smile. Chocolate. Ah! Woo! We did it! We got the 20 out of 20 on her! Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Vasilios. Hi, Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday, I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before. And something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you were considerate and apologized. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. Yeah, that's how that works. I had already decided there's no... Yeah, I read that part right. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Silly imps. Don't say those kind of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little bit brighter with you around and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Have you guys seen Monica? No, I haven't. I was kind of wondering where she was. Man. Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday, I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And now, I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So... Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Jeez. Whatever's on your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. Don't even remember anything bad happening. Yeah, nothing happened. You're the kind of person who worries too much about the little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're kind of weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey! Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Nah, well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kinda just lost track of time. Haha, that makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must have not heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I've been practicing for a while, but I'm still not really good yet. Still. That must be quite a lot of dedication. I'm still impressed. Thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime. That's... Monica looks at me. Well, I'm working on writing a song, but it's not quite done yet. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. That sounds cool. I look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Vasilios. Monica smiles sweetly, looking just at us. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I was hoping I could share it with you anyway. Just us. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently. I see. I'm not sure if Monica's referring to the whole club or just me. No, we know what she's referring to. It's just me. It's just me. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet. Vasilios, since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club. I suppose. I don't think I could say no to you after you gave me that book. Well, I guess I need to make sure Natsuki isn't waiting for me. After we finished reading yesterday, she's fine! She's reading over there. See? Don't think about her so much. She's used to being ignored. Come on, we're going over there. So demanding. What's the story about anyway? Well, I look over the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Okay, I think this is the place where we want to reset if we're going to get the No, it's not here. God, I can never remember where the reset point. No, we gotta play through this, maybe the next part, and then we reset with Yuri. Yeah, that sounds right. We'll keep going. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Yeah, that's the problem. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book. I mean, not the thing about the limbs. Are you sure you're not into the thing about the limbs? Are you sure? You were getting really excited there. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Vasilios? It's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems so completely different. It's just that... Ugh. My tongue stopped working there for a second. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges... I guess I need to drink water. That's probably it. I'm really thirsty. Give me a second. Alright, downed like half of my water there. I think we'll be good. Good for a little bit. It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem when I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts. My whole body goes, wait, no, I didn't get to read all of that. What was it? Her whole body goes what? Anyone in the comments see that? Okay, I guess we'll move forward. I kind of forget to pay attention to others. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading and all. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it right? Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you don't have to, but what am I? What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I put into my bag. All right, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or something. All right. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. She's looking at mine. Sorry, I was just bathing in the feeling of your scent. Oh my god, Yuri. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? Yeah, that's the issue. I do. I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slid my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and we hold the book more in between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it difficult to turn the page, huh? Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb as after it flips. Okay, this is the same as before. We're closer, distracting. She's so close. Turn the page. Distracted. Keep going. That's okay. Blah, blah, blah. They're just reading. Reading. Okay. Instead, I assume she finishes. Well, yep, that's the same. Hey, Yuri. This might be silly, but the main character reminds me of you. Blah, blah, blah. This is all the same as the last playthrough. All the same. But now I think it's going to change. Because look at her face. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? No, never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. So I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you feeling all right? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. All right, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Vasilios? Did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? No, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes. So it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start sharing poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back into my bag. Who should I start with? Yeah, let's go Nazi. Well, it's not terrible, but it's pretty disappointing after your last one. Then again, if this one was as good as your last one, I would be completely pissed. Well, I guess I wanted to try something a little different. No, we wrote this for you, girl. It should be to your liking. I guess it just, yeah, it automatically makes it for Yuri. Oh, that's a little annoying. Nice big stretch. I can't stretch my legs, though, because my cat is all curled up on them, all cute. She's so warm, but I'm still freezing. I'm so cold! I should have grabbed my sweater before sitting. It's up on my bed, I think. I'm sorry, Mika. I'm sorry. I moved the blanket a little bit so I could cover my hands for a second and warm them up. Oh my god, it's cold! Well, I guess I wanted to try something different this time. Fair enough. You're still new to this, so I wouldn't expect you to find your style right away. I mean, everyone in the club writes differently from each other. Maybe you'll find a little influence from all of us. Yeah, I mean, that's how writing goes. You get influenced by everyone you read. So, for instance, I noticed that you were spending time with Yuri today. Not that I care who you spend your time with. After all, I was taught to never expect anything from anyone. So it's not like I was waiting for you or anything. Still, you should at least look over my poem. You'll probably be able to learn something from it. Yeah, that's something I can totally learn from. Totally. Vasilios? Why didn't you come read with me today? I was waiting for you. I was waiting for a long time. It was the only thing I had to look forward to today. Why did you ruin it? Why do you like Yuri more? I think you're better off not associating with her. Are you listening to me? Yuri is a sick freak. That should be obvious by now. So just play with me instead, okay? You don't have to hate me, Vasilios. You don't hate me, Vasilios, do you? You hate me? Oh, this music is freaky. What is that instrument? You hate me? You want to make me go home crying? The club is the only place I feel safe. Don't ruin that for me. Don't ruin it. Please? Just stop talking to Yuri. Play with me instead. It's all I have. Play with me. Play with me. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Who should I show my poem to next? Oh my god. Hi again, Vasilios. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that, as long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure, here you go. I give my poem to Monica. All right, great job, Vasilios. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I didn't. I went for cutesy again, but I guess it comes off as deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. You know what? Same. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not fair. Well, I guess it works anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, but sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think she just got too stimulated. She ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! Monica's still being such a bitch! Girl! Talking about your friends behind your back? That's psycho behavior. I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. We all started sharing poems with each other. Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright, thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. But anyway, you wanna read my poem now? Yes, I do. I would love to read whatever nonsense you have spinning. I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Let's get this starting. It's definitely different. The last one was Load Me. Okay. Are we ready? Save me. The colors, they won't. Bright, beautiful colors, flashing, expanding, piercing, red, green, blue, an endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. Violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent, like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a knife on a breathing ribcage. Endless poem of meaningless. Delete her. Yeah, that ain't weird. So, I know it's kind of abstract. I'm just trying to, never mind. There's no point in explaining it. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes you'll find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. You never know when, who am I talking to? Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Anything? Please help me. Help me. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, there's only one choice left. I've been waiting for this. Let's see what you've written today. Yuri smiles and takes a breath. I like just holding it. I mean, the poem turned out good. It's, well, there are some things that you could work on, but that doesn't really matter. It feels like anything written by you is a treasure. That came out a little awkward. Oh, let's move on. Here's the poem I wrote. You don't have to like it or anything. Wheel. I think this one's new too. So this'll be fun. Wheel. A rotating wheel. Turning on axle. Grinding. Bolt head. Linear gear boy. Falling sky. 7 holy stakes. A docked ship. A portal to another world. A thin rope tied to a thick rope. A torn harness. Parabolic gear boy. Expanding universe. Time controlled by skipping cogwheels. Existence of God. Swimming with open water in all directions. Drowning. A prayer written in blood. A prayer written in time-devouring snakes with human eyes. A thread connecting all living human eyes, a kaleidoscope of holy stakes, exponential gear boy, a sky of exploding stars, God disapproving the existence of God, a wheel rotating in 6 dimensions, 40 gears, and a ticking clock, a clock that ticks 1 second for every rotation of the planet, a clock that ticks 40 times every time it ticks every second, a bolt head of holy stakes tied to the existence of a docked ship to another world, a kaleidoscope of blood written in clocks, a time-devouring prayer connecting a sky of 40 gears and open human eyes in all directions, breathing gear boy, breathing bolt head, breathing ship, breathing portal, breathing snakes, breathing God, breathing blood, breathing holy stakes, breathing human eyes, breathing time, breathing prayer, breathing sky, breathing wheel. Yeah, I need to take a drink after that. Good God. That was a lot. Let me drink some water real quick. Okay. Okay, what do you have to say about that one, Yuri? What's going on? What's going on? It doesn't really matter what it's about. My mind has always been a little hyperactive, lately, so I had to take it out on your pen. That is a pen fell out of your backpack yesterday, so I took it home for safekeeping. Yeah, safekeeping. Safekeeping. I just really like the way it writes. So I wrote this poem with it. And now you're touching it. I'm okay. What did I just... Can we pretend this conversation never happened? You can keep the poem. Ooh, I got a special one. Yes, yes. Stare at the dot to reveal a special message. Okay, I'm staring. I love you. Okay, that's fun. Okay. Okay, everyone. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? We have something we need to get over today, so if everyone could come to the front of the room. Is this about the festival? Gosh, the crinkling noises? What's going on? What's happening? What's happening? Is this about the festival? Oh, that's so unsettling. The crinkling? Ugh. I hate it. But I kind of love it. I kind of love the spookiness. Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. What's going on? Okay. I don't really do well with last minute preparations. Alright, back to normal, I guess. Don't worry so much. We're gonna keep it simple, okay? Look, I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since everything. I know everyone's been a little more lively ever since Vasilios joined, and we've started with some club activities, but this isn't the time for us to be complacent. We still have only 4 members, and the festival is our only real way... I keep messing up my words right now. Oh god. And the festival is our only real chance to find more, you know? What's so great about getting new members anyway? We already have enough to be considered an official club. Yeah, that's all we need. More members just means everything gets noisier and more difficult to manage. Natsuki, I don't think you're looking at it the right way at all. Don't you want to share your passion with as many people as you can to inspire them to find the same feelings that brought you here in the first place? The literature club should be a place where people can express themselves like they can't do anywhere else. It should be a place so intimate that you never want to leave. I know you feel that way too. I know we all do. So that's why we should work hard and put something together for the festival, even if it's something small. Right, Vasilios? Come on. You can't take advantage of Vasilios to agree with You can't take advantage of Vasilios to agree with just you because he doesn't know how to say no to anything. I know I said that wrong still. It's okay. Look, Monica. Ooh, the music stopped. Do you really think any of us here joined the club with other people in mind? Yuri never even talked until Vasilios joined. As for me, I just like it better here than I do at home. And Vasilios isn't even passionate about literature in the first place. And that's everyone. Sorry, but you're really the only one who's interested in finding new members. The rest of us are fine like this. I know you're president and all, but you should really consider our opinions for once. Monica is clearly taken aback by Natsuki's words. That's not true at all. I'm sure Yuri and Vasilios want to get more members too, right? I don't know about Yuri, but I'm kind of indifferent. I don't really give a shit. If I showed as much enthusiasm as Monica wanted, then I would probably be lying. Still, if it's up to me to rescue the situation, no. Natsuki's right, isn't she? This club, it's nothing more than a place for people to hang out. Why did I think that everyone here saw it the same way as I did? But that doesn't mean that we're just against new members or anything like that. Vasilios, why did you even join this club? What were you hoping to get out of it? Well, that's not really something I can be honest about. In fact, if I remember, you weren't even given a choice to join. Monica sits down and stares at her desk. What's the point of all of this? What if starting this club was a mistake? How you've done it, Natsuki. What, me? I just spoke my mind. Is it a crime to be honest? It's not about being honest, it's about word choice. Besides, you had no right to speak for everyone in the club like that. You don't understand at all. I just wanted a place that feels nice to hang out with a few friends. Is there a problem with the club being that for me? There aren't many places like that for me. And now Monica wants to take it away from me? She's not taking anything away. No, Vasilios, it's not the same. It won't be the same with the direction she wants to take it. If I wanted that, then I could have just joined another stupid club. But this one, I mean, at least for a little bit, things were nice. Natsuki starts packing up her things. I'm going home. I feel like I don't belong here right now. Natsuki ignores Yuri and walks right out of the classroom. This is bad. I don't know what to do. Well, do you have any opinion on the festival? I don't. I'm kind of indifferent, I guess. Who cares about that obnoxious brat? I mean, I like how nice and quiet the club is right now. I love the sudden changes like that. They're so good. And I'm just happy with you here. But still, I'm the vice president. It's not right for me to ignore my responsibilities like that. Nobody would cry if she killed herself. I should do my best to consider everyone's perspective and then make the decision that's right? But what about you, Vasilios? What do you want to get out of this club? Yuri repeats the same question as Monica. I decide giving an indirect answer is better than nothing. I think the most important thing is for everyone to get along. And for the club to provide something that you can't get anywhere else. I don't think it's about how many members, but rather the quality of each member. That's what will end up making the literature club a special place. I see. I really agree with you. Each member contributes their own qualities. Oh my gosh, she is crying now. She's blood crying. I keep seeing it out of the corner of my eye, and I kept thinking there was like a bug on her face or something. But because it's so fast, but no, she's crying. Sorry, I'm like stretching again. I kind of need to stand up, but my cat is sleeping so peacefully on my legs. But I really need to like stand up. I want to stand up, baby. Each member contributes their own qualities in a special way. With each change in members, the identity of the club as a whole will change too. I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. Stepping out of your comfort zone once in a while. So if you would like to help Monica with the festival, then I'm on your side as well. Alright. Well, maybe we can talk to Natsuki tomorrow. Yuri nods. Hey Yuri, I know things were a little awkward yesterday, but I feel like you deserve to know that I still think you're a wonderful vice president. And also a wonderful friend. Monica, I want to do everything I can to make this the best club ever. Okay? Me too. Yeah. Let's all go home for today. We'll talk about the festival tomorrow. Okay. I look forward to it. Shall we go, Vasilios? Please don't take this the wrong way, but I'm gonna chat a little bit with Vasilios before we leave. Just to see what he thinks of his time here and all. It's important to me as president. Yuri looks a little bit troubled, but she doesn't protest. Okay. I trust your judgment, Monica. In that case, I'll see the two of you tomorrow. See you tomorrow! Monica waves as Yuri exits the club room. Phew. Things have been a little hectic lately, haven't they? Vasilios, I just wanted to make sure you're enjoying your time in this club. I would really hate to see you unhappy. I feel kind of like I'm responsible for that as the president. And I really do care what you about you, you know? Yeah, you care. The background's getting a little fuzzy and funky, hun. I don't see the other girls giving you a hard time with how mean Natsuki is and everything, and you're being a little bit, you know. Ha ha ha. Sometimes it feels like you and I are the only real people here. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I mean. But it's weird because in all the time you've been here, we've hardly gotten to spend any time together. And I mean, I guess it's technically only been a couple of days. Sorry, I didn't mean to say anything weird. There are just some things that I've been hoping to talk to about with you. Things I know only you could understand. So wait, no, not yet. Stop it. Stop.